All right, I'm going to reveal one of our greatest growth hacks that is going to be overlooked by so many people who do not understand the value or process of scale. Ange, my executive assistant, is an absolute genius and phenomenal. And she's really, there's so many people that are in the Philippines, that are in Pakistan and India and South America that could do work to the quality that she could if entrepreneurs would get out of their own way and learn how to treat people with respect and teach them how to follow proper procedures and templates. And then their ingenious natures would come out because they're being led by somebody who cares about them. And this, again, this is applicable beyond just finding an Ange. There's so much you can learn from this experience that you're about to see. So I just happen to see this. Why? Because, I'm waiting for my meeting with Donnie Boyven. And he somehow we got booked for 11:30. So we'll see if he shows up at 11:31. He didn't like our systems and how there was a tech glitch that happened. And doesn't that happen on both sides? So hopefully he's not just offended or something, because we'd love to meet him. And I hope he comes to our event in 11 days in Dallas, Texas. So Darren has reached out to us, right? You can see here. Hey, Jackson, love the episode with Ryan Atkinson where he talks about thinking of ideas for first business. I don't remember Ryan talking about that, so I wonder if this is automated. I noticed that the podcast episodes are ranging from 5 to 20 views, maybe even funding ideas. 5 to 20 views. Podcasters in the entrepreneurship space like you say that slow or no growth puts more pressure on marketing. Yes, most people suck at entrepreneurship. That's true. I see a few areas where you can improve on and implement very easily. Can I send a short video showing how? Now, some people just left thinking I'm condescending. I'm not. I'm excited. And Ange responds, right? She takes him on a path of appreciating what he said. She did a phenomenal job responding and inviting him to be a guest on our show, because why would I not? Somebody who's leading with that type of boldness. Yeah, man, come on, let's talk about it. And she did exactly what sets our brand apart. One of the greatest things that sets our brand apart and helps us with the process of what's called reverse pitching. Now, the reverse pitching is also our manner of gathering the right vendor network that helps us have the right people in place when we need them. So she asked for the right information, the entry level pricing, the 3 case studies, and the 3 references, right? This is very much a framework that we follow, or a template, if you will. Darren is one of the few people who actually responds to that. Most crappy vendors disappear. Most of them don't want to go through the reality of going through that. And they don't want to, he went above and beyond. He actually recorded this video. What's really cool is he didn't record the video. His assistant recorded the video. In addition to that, he talks about doing it. He has the right questions from a service oriented sales position, which I'm happy to have somebody sell me no matter what style they try. But it shows me that we align on our values of how we approach positive, profitable, productive transactions. Then he follows up, in addition to that, a number of times. And again, this is his assistant following up. So great job in the assistant part. And he talks about Jarrett's episode, if you had a chance to review the materials. And so then I take the time and respond. Why would I not? This guy is going to bat. His team is going to bat. They're doing the right things. And I want you to see this video, because Ishrak, who works on his team, did a phenomenal job of breaking down their product, and they're in for a surprise about the type of response I've given here and what they can learn about growth themselves. This is going to, again, go further down the pipeline of exploring strategic partnership. Let's watch what he does and says. Whoops. Now I've got this on like 1.2 at times the speed, but he's got a great demeanor. He looks at the camera, he showcases his face. Darren's letting his team lead by example and do this process. They've got my brand pulled up. These are all genius level. Well, they're just wisdom of years of selling. And he does a great job all the way up until I start making comments, I believe. So let's listen. True. Yep. It might. Correct. Yep. Kind of true. 100%. Yep. It's great. Yep. Right. Ouch. I say ouch because he messed that up himself, and I tell him about it. You can read the comment. I'll just scroll through it, and you can pause to read it. It is a powerful insight for them because you never want to not do your research on a prospect you're approaching. That's going to lose you a lot of deals. They didn't lose me because I'm more balanced than that, but a lot of people wouldn't entertain the idea of talking to him after he says that if they have a legitimate business model. They don't want to see somebody approach them with a cookie cutter approach. They want to know you've taken the time to think through what is being given. Okay, then we got this one where I talk about awesome work on the thumbnails, but I reveal that anybody, you could show anybody's YouTube thumbnails. That doesn't necessarily have to do with your work. It could have been work that wasn't even yours. And then he shows his price. All right. So great. So now I know exactly what their price point is as well, which is absurdly high compared to what we're able to do. So I reveal some cards for them because I don't want to hoodwink them into a reverse pitch. It will become a reverse pitch if my value is greater than their value and they appreciate the idea of seeing that. So I took the time to converse with him and Darren. Darren's the type of guy to follow up. I don't think he's the type of person to shy away from a conversation based on what I've seen. And so if we look at here, again, just go through this one, I know the market value of your services. Two, I see the potential strategic partnership between our brands, but some people are too close-minded and too far removed from the concept of abundance to realize the value of that when the right strategic partner comes along, right? I'm addressing certain buyers' questions that I know will come up in the process of us discussing, and it will save us time when we dive in so we can dive in more authentically with our relationship. I said, let's not waste time. If he doesn't want to see the value and how we're able to do exactly what you guys do, but at a cost of close to $300 per month and with unlimited videos, that's going to blow their mind. So I started addressing the questions that I know, the objections or the frequently asked questions that would occur with somebody who's like, what? You're not even doing what we're doing. So how would that be possible? Like the ignorant is going to fall victim of frequently asked questions that usually close their mind to opportunities. Let's see here. So moving in, well, why aren't you? Who says we're not? We reserve doing that for clients that are actually ready to benefit from what they're doing, right? It's kind of a polite smack in the face. Two, well, what does that say about your branch, Jackson? It says that I know that we're not ready. We will be within 3 to 6 months, though. Right? That again helps them realize, oh, shoot, he does have a plan to approach this. And I wonder if he's crazy or if he's right, or if he's just trying to reverse pitch us, right? But low view count and quality thumbnails is everything for business growth. Now, I know they don't feel that way, but I'm pointing out that I know exactly who they're targeting and how they're targeting them. Says the digital marketer whose services are their core revenue and profit drivers, neglecting to realize that businesses that have other tangible services actually have many priorities that come far before vanity metrics if they want to achieve sustainable scale. In other words, a business owner who's a plumber or who sells legal services or some other mechanism that's not video, the reason why they can't see this as video providers is they think the video is like the ultimate goal and the ultimate victory. No, it's the profit margins and the revenue driven by said profit and service that matters. But there's also more important aspects to business growth than that they're also overlooking. And how do I know that? Because 99% of businesses are overlooking it. But if I go to their website, I'm pleasantly surprised that they didn't overlook it. Awesome. That's something, but I wouldn't propose that without doing my own research. For you guys, those who are listening in, I do want you to catch that. I do want you to realize that there are mechanisms that so many business owners overlook that are fundamental to business growth that it's really not hard to analyze whether a business is successful or not. Ask Alice Hermosi, John Lee Dumas, Lewis Howes, Billie Jean Marketing. Never mind, he'll manipulate you and sell something. Michael Hyatt, Dr. Eric Berg, Laserway. I'm having fun with this, but I'm also planting seeds where if they're very intuitive, I'm catching their intuition here. Are they intuitive enough to realize that I'm actually name dropping people we've worked with and helped build their organizations out, their scalability, or and I'm also, but I'm not going to say that directly. Why? Because I'm going to wait until he decides to accept. And once we're on a recorded call where I can see his reaction, he can see me, then I will let it be known who of those people I've been behind the scenes of helping with their growth. And his, oh my gosh, I thought I was talking to somebody who's a normal prospect in the market who doesn't know how all this stuff works. It'll be a very shocking experience for him to realize, wow, okay, maybe this guy does know more than I thought he did. Happy to learn of your work, and I look forward to growth potential that could occur for both of us if we all come to the table with humility and appreciation for our strengths. We appreciate yours. You don't know ours yet. That is not a rude statement. That is true. He admitted he doesn't even know we have a business. We have the upper hand in this negotiation. If you're a Chris Voss, never split the difference person, you are welcome to explore them at First Class Business by watching the Power Launch and unlearning all of the marketing crap that is causing 96% of businesses, brands to fail within 10 years, while 4% merely survive. And no, I'm sorry, thumbnails and views are not the holy grail answer. They are a piece of a much larger puzzle built on a far more important foundation that most brands skip. So this process right here, there's a couple of reasons. Again, I recorded this. One, it's an opportunity to train every single person who sees this. And we train our team from top to bottom on concepts like this so they can improve their abilities to become executives and think like executives. Two, in addition to that, this video is one that I want Ange to see, and I want my Spanish speaking team as well to see, and anybody who represents our brand to see, because if we were to record videos like this, not just Jackson, but the entire company, as opportunities came our way, we would help people find that transparency that is necessary in the market to help them feel comfortable with saying, wow, we want to work with First Class Business. What Darren and Ishrak have built is phenomenal. By no sense of the imagination am I saying that it's not. I absolutely love what they're doing. I love how well they're doing it. They deserve to be paid top dollar. We're not their ideal client. Their ideal client is in a position where they don't have said resources where they can do this at $300 a month. They're actually, clients that don't have the ability to do this and need it, or at least know they need it or know they want it. That's in their mind, and they're ready to drop $3,500 for 2 full podcasts, or $8,500 for unlimited. Why would I go after that when I've got a team, procedures, resources, and templates where I can train people to do that around $300 per month? And we could charge the same type of money if we really wanted to, but the goal of business for us is not based on greed. It's based on love. That's our foundation, and our values of patience and persistence and consistency and reliability. All of those combined are the essence that we build with so that we can provide this service at scale to far more people in the market. There's not a lot of business owners who are in a position to responsibly afford $8,500 a month. In fact, less than 1% are in a position to be able to do that. And so while there's people who will buy from them and think they're doing the right thing, I would bet that those clients only last for, on average, probably 2 to 3 months max, on average. And in addition to that, because if they're approaching companies like mine that aren't ready for it, there's no way they're sticking around, because they're not going to win since they don't have their foundation in place. But the longest clients, most clients are going to pay for that for those 3 months. Some will pay for it for 6 to 10 months. Eventually they're going to cancel unless they're corporate clients that can throw budgets out the window like that. It's not in a scalable business model, but Ishrak and Darren aren't building a scalable business model either yet. They are very much a marketing service that is going after the masses to attract and find the rare one who's able and willing to invest in this while they continue to build out the kinks in their own procedures, resources, and templates. And that's okay. They'll be able to help who they help. All the adults will make decisions to move together on that. Nobody will be a victim in the process. These guys are absolutely transparent. And I wish them the best. I hope that they succeed, but I do hope they catch the vision of being able to scale with us at greater capacities, because I want to continue to find more and more video producers, or rather reproducers in this case, and people who can scale those systems out, which is why I've also been talking with Jonathan Reed over at Reidentify, who also works on a similar process. It's also why I work with Brad Powell at Awesome Video Makers. And every time I reveal one of those entities, somebody leaves this clip and says, "Oh, Jackson's just name dropping." I am not just name dropping. I am giving you names of research, people that you can go and hire and utilize for your own success. And yes, I do happen to have a network. Utilize that to your own advantage. Go and talk to them. Go and find out what Brad likes about us and what Brad doesn't like about us too. There's plenty of things he doesn't like about us. We don't work together, but we do every once in a while send him a client. He's never sent us a client. He sent us people for the podcast. And that's awesome. And I really like talking to him. But my point is, for all of you who are still listening in, lean into your relationships. Go after those opportunities of connecting with people. Give transparent, awesome service, the same way Ishrak just did representing Darren. And don't be afraid to follow up. Yes, you will push some people away, but the opportunity to scale and grow your brands is in your hands. If you're able and willing to scale your businesses this way, I think Darren is a top-notch entrepreneur, and it'll be interesting to see what decisions they decide to make after seeing, well, all the comments that I just responded to in that video, as well as my message on LinkedIn. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was, to me, this stuff's fun. A little controversial, I guess, for people who are sensitive, but there's no attacking in these types of videos. There's only an opportunity for all of us to learn more. If you have feedback for me, things that I can learn, by all means, hit it in the comments. Let me know what those look like. We're very open to feedback. And if you want more videos like this, then definitely subscribe. It also tells us that we're on the right track of the things you want. And also in the comments, if I said something, you're like, man, I wish you would talk about this, let us know what you wish I would talk about. Let us know what things you'd like to learn about that we're doing. I would never tell you that you're going to get the success that I get with what I do, or the results that I get. I don't control your results. In fact, I don't control you at all. All I can tell you is what has worked for me and what has worked for people that I've worked with.